Welcome once again to Lester Real Estate and Investment Program. This is your humble host, Lester Witherspoon, saying glad to have you on our program. We're always happy that you can take off time of your busy schedule to join us for this program. So if you know anyone that thinking about buying or selling, please invite them to this program or just share the link with them, and I will appreciate it very, very highly. So thanks again and glad to have you. Today, we're going to talk about how to prepare to purchase a property. How to prepare to purchase a property. Yeah. Now, everything you can just get up to the next day or the next morning and just say, oh, I'm going to buy a property. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Home buying is a process. Home buying is a process. So if you want to buy, you have to plan for it and you have to prepare for it. So, and that's what today I'm talking about, how to prepare to purchase a property. So that's why I'm talking about that, because home buying is a process. Now, not because you see your sister, your brother, your cousin, or your friend purchasing a property, you jump and say, oh, I want to purchase a property too. You don't know whether they have done the homework. You don't know what they have gone through. You can just jump in and follow them. 9 out of 10 times, you will not be successful. You will not be successful. I'll be honest with you. So you have to prepare yourself. And you have to plan in order to purchase a property. Now, so in order to prepare yourself to purchase a property, the first thing you need to do is to get with a lender. It's always good, because sometimes when you think you all set, you ready, and you on top of things, you come to find out you got some homework to do, you got a lot of things to take care of before you can purchase that property. So it's always good, like, let's suppose you want to buy between now and December. It's good to start meeting with your lender now. That lender you want to use to purchase that property, it's good to start using them, meeting with them now, so they can check to see whether yes, you are good to go, or no, you are not good to go, and you need to work on X, Y, and Z before you can prepare to move forward. So it's always good to meet with a lender ahead of time. Meet with a lender ahead of time in order to make sure to do exactly what you stand to move forward with the home buying process. Is very, very key. Yeah. So once you meet with your lender will let you know whether you are cleared. You don't have any major problem with your credit. You don't have any, because see what happened. You got to be qualified. Like several things you got to take in consideration when you're meeting with your lender. You got the lender be looking at your debt to income ratio. How much debt you have up there, how much income you make. Because according to the lender, even though you make $100,000, if you earn $90,000 debt, I found the lender can say you only make $10,000. See? So they look at that debt to income ratio in order to see how best they can qualify you. You see? They want to know how much you make, what your income look like. You see? They want to see what your income look like and all that, in order to at least to see how to make sure, how to get you qualified to move forward with the home buying process. So it's always good to meet with your lender ahead of time in order to make sure you are prepared to move forward with the home buying process. Now, if you don't have a lender, I'll be glad to recommend you with 1 or 2 lenders where you can meet with them, talk with them, and then you can decide which one you want to move forward with. So if you're thinking about buying or selling and you don't have a lender, feel free to let me know, and I would definitely recommend you to couple of them, and then you can decide, okay, let's start, from talking with them, I think this is the one I want to deal with, or this is the one I want to work with, and what have you can move forward. And even if you plan on buying or selling, you don't have a realtor, let me know. I'll be glad to sit and talk with you also. And then from based on that, you can decide as to whether you want to work with me or not. You're not compelled to work with me, but I'll be glad. I'll volunteer my time to really go over the process with you in more detail, and then see how best you can move forward with the process. But again, it's your decision to make, not my decision. It's your decision to make which lender you want to use, or will you work with me or work with somebody else. You're not obligated. So I just want to let you know. All right. So after you have met with a lender and you have been qualified, you make sure where you stand. The next thing, other people prepare to purchase a property, you need to link yourself up with a realtor. Which realtor you are comfortable working with? Which realtor that you understand, you work together, have a good connection with, that you show will work in your best interest. You see? Because you want to work with a realtor who later on become hostile, who want to do his own thing or her own thing, and then you start having a problem with that realtor. So you want to work with realtors, so talk with realtors that know who you can connect with properly, and then you can select that realtor and work with that realtor. If you don't have a realtor, I'll be glad to at least meet with you and talk with you in more detail and let you know what the whole process look like and what is required of you, what you need to do, what the whole process. Then from there you can decide whether you want for me to work with you or not, and then we'll see how we're going to take it from there. But again, I'll feel free to just contact me, or just put a comment in the box and I'd like to talk with you, and I'll definitely reach out to you also. So, but you need to connect with a realtor who you can show you have got good connection, that you can at least got good rapport and understand the market too, and that can really represent you in the home buying process. So that's a very key factor. Once you get a realtor, you should make sure, but then you have met with your lender. Even if you have not met with a lender, your realtor, especially if you do, I can recommend you one or two lenders, and you can decide too. Some people will meet with the lender first, and then be with the realtor. But I make sure, I'll ask that question: are you working with a lender? You say no, then I'll make sure I gotta connect you with some lender to make sure you get qualified before you can move forward. Because I am not going to take you out. I'll be honest with you. I will not take you out to look at any property unless I make sure you know you're qualified and how much you're qualified for. Because that's the very first step in the home buying process. You need to get qualified. You need to know what price range you fall in. So, because it's a waste of time to look at a $500,000 property when you're not qualified for $500,000. You see? So, before I take you out, I will make sure I go over the process with you. Let me show go over the things with you. Let you know what is expected of you, what is expected of me, and let me make sure that you have been pre-qualified and you know your price range. And then we'll look within that price range to find a property for you to purchase. And it does not necessarily mean that because you qualify for $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, you have to buy a $500,000 property. No. You will always try to look at a property that you show you can afford. Because you won't buy a property today and then by the next 1 or 2 months, you can afford it and you gotta get rid of that property. I don't want to, that's not my whole goal and objective. I'll make sure you want to get something that you're comfortable with. You see, you want to get a property where you show your financial situation can really work with and can accommodate, where you can still do that and make sure you go about your normal activities without any problem, any hindrance. So we want to make sure that we work on all that and make sure you are good to go with that also. So that's the key thing we need to work on as you move forward with the process. That's a very, very key thing. Now, once you get ready, you have met with your lender, you got your realtor you want to work with. Now it's time for you to make sure you do your homework and make sure you are decisive as to what you really want, what kind of property you really want to move forward with. Yeah, you need to know at least the kind of property you want, whether you want a single family home, whether you want a town home, whether you want a condo. You got to be very decisive as to what you want. And that based on what you qualify for, what your price range is. Because definitely you cannot find a single family home, especially in this market, for $200,000, $300,000. No, you're looking at a condo or preferably a town home. Yeah. Most likely, if in that zone, you're talking about a condo. If you're in a $200,000, $300,000, it will be even challenging to find a good condo or town home in that price zone. You know, in that price range, you have to make sure you be realistic about it. And I would definitely be very open and honest with you and let you know this is where you stand in this price range. I will sit with you and let you know. I will go over the properties to you. You see the properties that in your price range, this is it. Because some people want to buy property, they come with this wild dream, what they want. But sometimes, yes, they meet it, they fit in that category. Sometimes they don't. So it's the realtor duty now is to educate you. Look, while it's true you want a single family home, you want it in this price range, you want it this and that. But the reality is, This is where you fit. And I like to be straight up with my clients. I like to be straight up and let you know what, based on what you say you want, you cannot fit in you cannot get this. And I will show you, I will go over everything with you to make sure that you are well informed and make sure that you know. And then you can decide whether you want to move forward now or whether you want to wait, because I have experienced properties. I have clients who want to selling properties, but they couldn't qualify themselves. Okay, let's say, you know what, I will wait for a while. I said, fine, I ain't got no problem with that. But if you want this kind of property, this is the price zone you need to be in, or this is what you need to do. And some of them will make the changes. Some of them will say, okay, you know what, I will accept this for now, and I'll move forward. Someone say, no, I want to wait because this is exactly what I want, and they will wait and work on it to improve their standing in order to move forward. So it all depends on what is it that you really want, But my duty, the duty of your realtor is to educate you the reality of what you find yourself, and whether it's practical to move forward in that range where you are in, or whether you need to do some improvement, or whether you need to do X, Y, and Z. So definitely we'll do all that if you want to move forward or not. So that's something you'll do. Once you decide whether you want to move forward, and you decide whether you want to move forward, then the realtor will sit and work with you to start looking at properties. You gotta let the realtor know exactly what areas you want to purchase that property in. You see, you gotta let the realtor know, okay, I want to find a property in this community, or in this zone, or in this near to my job, or in this school zone because of my children. You gotta do all that. You gotta discuss all that. And once you got all that in place, then the realtor can start looking for property in those areas based on your criteria, and they can start looking. You see, but definitely it will be a challenge if you don't know all those things. But the realtor have to sit with you, go all those things before you start looking. Honestly, and those are some of the things I make sure you are well informed about before we start going out to look at properties. Yeah, and once you have looked at properties down, the realtor, you need to ask every question possible you think you need to know about the market, the process. Ask your realtor. So your realtor can make sure they educate you properly so you can make an informed decision in the process. Once you have made a property, you have gone or you have looked at the properties, everything, then you need to really decide which property you want to go with. Once you decide which property you want to move forward with, your realtor will then make an offer on your behalf to that listing agent. The realtor will submit an offer to this agent. I took my client to look at your property. My client liked your property, and based on that, we are submitting an offer. Yeah. But in order to make an offer, a competitive offer, you need to know which market you are in. You really need to know, ask your realtor, which market are we in currently? And based on the market, you can offer based on the market you're in. So it either be a seller's market or it be a buyer's market. If you're in a buyer's market, buyers are in control, so buyers have a little more leverage over the process and can make some demands, add some contingencies, can maybe negotiate the price and all that. If you're in a seller's market, definitely you know that sellers are in control and sellers are not going to negotiate price. They want the highest and best. That will accept a lot of contingencies and all that. So you got to know all those things and be able to do exactly how to move forward and submit an offer that will be suitable. And one thing you ought to know, buyers, one thing you ought to know is that 9 out of 10 times, your offer is not the only offer that's being submitted. 9 out of 10 times, your offer is not the only offer. Especially in the seller's market. Your offer will not be the only offer. In the seller's market, you have 10, 15, 20, 25 offers for one property. Even in the buyer's market, maybe you might have 25 offers, but you have a couple of offers on the property. 9 out of 10 times, you will not be the only offer. So you want to submit an offer that you show, especially if you really like that property, you want to make an offer that you show that will be considered by the seller. So you gotta present a suitable offer in order for your offer to be accepted, to move forward. You see? So these are some of the key things I look into, make sure what you do in order to move forward with the home buying process. Yeah. Now, when you are preparing to purchase a property, another key thing to do is to make sure you have saved up enough money to move forward the process. Because you can't want buy, you can't say, okay, yes, I want to buy, when you don't have any money saved for your closing costs. You don't have any money saved for your down payment, to make your EMD. You have to make sure you have enough money saved. You got to make sure you have enough money saved to go above the asking price to make an offer. You see? So you got to make sure you have enough money saved to be able to do all those things. Because when you move forward with the purchasing process now, you need to make sure you got to do the home inspection, which you got to pay for as a buyer. You have to pay for that too. You see? So you have enough money saved to take care of all of the little things. So you got to always save enough money. The more you have, the better place you find yourself, the better position you'll be in order to make a good offer that you can move forward with without any problem. So you got to think ahead. It's another thing you got to do. You got to think ahead. What is it I need to do? Consult your realtor. What are the things all I need to put into place in order to make sure that there's no hindrance when it comes to this process? You see? You need to know all that. And once you have done your homework well, once you know exactly the price range you are in, once you know exactly where you want to live, what area you want to live, once you know exactly the school zone you want to be in because you have children, so once you know all those things, it makes the process much easier. But these are things you need to work on and homework you need to do in order to be on top of things when it comes to the home buying process. It's very, very key. It's very, very important. So I hope you have learned some things for this process. Of course, definitely, once you do these things, 9 out of 10 times, all will go well. The process will be smooth. Or else, so now the process will become a roller coaster up and down because you're not made up your mind, you're not doing your homework well, you're not decided exactly what you want to do. It becomes a little tedious for you. You see? So make the home buying process more easy, more fun, more enjoyable by doing your homework, by making sure you know exactly what you want to do, you have planned properly, you are prepared for the process, and then you can have a wonderful home buying process time. But again, feel free. If you do not have somebody to talk with, I will be glad to talk with you and to see how best we can at least come up with a plan as to how to move forward with the home buying process. If you do not have a realtor, contact me. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. And my business direct number is 667-290-5051. Once again, my business direct number is 667-290-5051. And I will be glad to sit and talk with you or anybody who you may know that are thinking about buying or selling or want to just know more about the home buying process. I'll be glad. And also, I will encourage you to visit, go to my YouTube channel and watch as many channels, my clips, as many as you want, and like. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will appreciate it very highly. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will appreciate it very highly. And making a comment and a suggestion, I will really appreciate it to improve the program. I will be also very appreciative if you can do that also. For now, I just say thank you again for taking time out of your schedule, your busy schedule, to at least listen to my program. Glad to have you. Again, get in contact with me if you need me personally, or if you know anybody, get in contact. I will appreciate it very, very highly. But for now, this is your realtor and investor, Lester Witherspoon, saying bye for now, and I will definitely keep in contact and look forward to working with you, or look forward to working with someone you may know to make the home real estate dream a reality. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will definitely keep you posted every week with the home buying process and what is happening in the real estate world. For now, I say bye, and I will definitely keep in touch.